Hey guys, I just went to Fry's and picked up an Aspire S3. So, I guess I will give my little review and unboxing demo. So why don't we start off with the box. It's a very plain looking, simple looking box. There's a nice picture of the Aspire on the front, all the Fry's stuff. Model with the i5-3517U processor. Has 4 gigs of RAM and a 128 gig SSD. This thing is fast, I can tell you from reviewing it. So why don't we crack open this box? And here we go. So under the lid, you're going to get a quick advertisement, I guess, to say, you know, the features and of the Acer Aspire, what comes in the box, and how to get going. And that was the Spanish version. Here's the English version. So this boasts that it's razor thin, 17.5 millimeters. I can believe that. Always on, 1.5 seconds. And fast, so yeah. That's basically it. So in the box, we have the device itself. Then we have a little compartment. We'll start with the compartment. So in here, the charger, it looks like. And an adapter goes from HDMI to VGA. It's nice that they include that. And while we pull this out, just to make sure there's nothing underneath it, comes in a nice, I don't know, what would you call it, cloth bag. Nothing I would transport it in, but still, it's nice having. Bottom pops out, and the owner's manual. We don't need that. And that's it. So why don't we toss the box away? And there it goes. Don't need that either. And for the star of the show, and when we pull it out of its bag, there it is. This thing is super slim. Okay, so here's the machine itself. It's very slim, and I believe we have a quarter right here to go through and just to see how thick it is. This is just a 25-cent piece for the American currency, the US dollar, for everyone not in the United States. I'll rest upon my knee. You guys can see it's about half the height of a quarter. Half height of a quarter. This thing is an amazingly slim device. I'll put that to the side. And let's, for ports, what we have on the side, just a dummy, not a dummy, but a filler SD card slot. It's a 6 1/2 way, so you guys won't be able to keep the, or I can't keep the SD card in here. It's going to be sticking out, kind of like the MacBook Air. Around the back, this is where everything gets weird. The device has all of the ports on the back, such as power right here, HDMI, 2 USB 3.0, super speed. Then we have a vent for air, and a combo mic headphone jack. Now what's neat about the cooling of this device, as we crack the lid, I can show you guys. Opened up. Is the intake for the cooling fan is in the keyboard. So air is sucked in from the keyboard and down through into the device, or out the back. I don't know how many other devices use this, but I think that's kind of ingenious for something this slim. Now the display is glossy display. I mean, it's fairly reflective, as you guys can see right there. It's shining my bedroom right now. I'll try and keep that to a minimum. However, the screen does get fairly bright. If I can go through and do FN, what is this? Arrow key left. Use two hands for this. I'll be right back. Okay, so for this display does get very bright. If we go over here, change the brightness up, I can show you guys how bright it can go. Right now it's like at its lowest notch, and the thing can get blindingly bright. However, it is not bright enough to view like in direct sunlight, but sitting in a sunny room you can still clearly see the display, which is really nice. As my finger gets in the video. So in games like Minecraft, I have gone through, and if I crank the settings all the way down, you know, render distance is at normal, but all the other settings are at low, I can get around 30 to 40 frames a second when I'm plugged in on high performance mode. Now in Steam, I've gone through and installed Steam and a couple of Steam titles. I have Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. In Counter-Strike Source, I average 70 frames per second when the device is plugged in and on high performance mode, and those are medium to high settings. I can get same results with Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. Granted, these are not the newest title games, but they still are games that are popular, in my opinion. So for how lightweight this device is, packs a huge punch for performance. And later on I will go through and show some gameplay demos. Now, the included bloatware on this device, it's kind of annoying. You know, you have a whole slew of Acer's stuff. I've gone through and tried to make it my own device. I haven't changed the background yet, as you guys can see. But, you know, I've gone through, it's definitely speeds up the machine when you get rid of all McAfee and all that kind of stuff. But I think the best way to go is just a clean install, like with every other device. Okay, sorry, I was having some issues with my camera. So I said we would finish off with some audio levels, see how loud this thing is. So I'll just play some from Spotify. Now right here, this is full volume. Not enough to fill a room, but it is definitely enough for 1 to 2 people just to like to listen to a song, to watch a video. And the performance is amazing. You want to have it like sitting, if it's sitting on like a harder desk, you're definitely going to have a more, not like a desk, but like a harder surface. You're definitely going to have like a better bass response than if you're sitting like something like on this cloth sheet, for example. So that's why it may have sounded a little tinny. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I will have more videos regarding my beautiful and wonderful Acer Aspire S3 to come.
We have to use every trick in the book and make a hook so good now that it will break on through.